roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you on a ride, love to feel the high, we can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops, we could do it all over.
귀여운데? 놀이공원에 있는 기차역 같아. 출발한다.
I call to the mountains sitting across the bay. Morning comes
기차역
always
옆에
steady
계곡이
as
있어요.
the day. I'll take the stillness as a sign to write a song about things
타고
we've
올라가
done
보고 싶다.
and the things still to come.
귀엽다 얘.
Flowers in the plenty, coloring in the view.
기관사.
Red sun
아까 소세지에
burns
들어있던
late
곰돌이 진짜
Sunday
귀엽다.
afternoon. Talking for hours
기념품으로는
about
그림이 제일 좋은
places
것
we have gone, things we've done, and
이거
things
약간
still
눈
to
오는
come.
날의 역 같은데? 아 예쁘다. 덴버가 또 크리스마스로 유명하잖아. 이거 하나 사갈까? 신기하게 생겼다. 여기? 우와.
Welcome to the Broadmoor Mountain Pike Speed Club Railway. At least it is more than a trickle. Road is west of Mississippi. Way out in the horizon. If you know anyone in Kansas, still my watch says it's 9:21. There's the catch-up 7. When you left, it looks more like a cross in front of a large figure alongside the track.
이네 진짜. 만년설이다 만년설.
If you feel any ill side effects of a high altitude, slow your walk down, use the handrail to take deep, slow breaths.
그렇네. 어. 다시 배치 중. 귀여워. 쟤 왜 저러고 있어? 귀여워. 둘이 마주쳤어. 한양이 도망간다. 아 귀여워. 귀여워. 아 너무 통통해. 진짜 귀엽다. 아, 싸운다. 싸운다. 귀여워. 오, 막 둘이 물어 뜯어. 어머, 쟤. 와.
저기 밖을 나갈 수가 없네.
와, 여기 뷰 진짜 멋있다. 와. 카페에 왔어요. 이런 데서 신라면을 팔아야 되는데. 귀여운 아기곰.
이상한 거지.
치즈버거. 핫초코랑 핫커피랑 뭐 마시지? 알았어. 엄마! 와. 핫초코.
한 개?
그래, 하나. 달다구리도 하나 먹어볼까?
그렇지.
맛있겠다.
달달한 슈가 도넛이랑 시나몬 도넛이랑 핫초코 잘 먹겠습니다.
와, 맛있다. 아, 강아지도 왔네.
We've come so far since we began
저기 한국말로
this
써있다.
life. Been through the trenches, seen so many ups and downs, like we barely even touched the ground. I love you more each day, and I pray I can push my ego out the way, let you know it'll be okay. Yeah, whenever times get rough, you ain't gotta be tough. I find a way to go back in time, find a way we can press rewind. So I'll be standing right there in the middle of a circle with my arms out wide, trying to turn back the hands of time. Oh, I'll be standing right there in the middle of a circle with my arms out wide, trying to turn back the hands of
이제 왔던 데는
time. One shining moment. Oh, I remember when you used to call for me. Knew sooner or later you would fall for me. It was all for me. As we went deeper, found love in a place that we never knew. Changed all of my plans, making room for you. Did it all for you. But lately something ain't right. So maybe you should go find just what it is that's really got your mind.
근데 여기가 0.5마일 정도 되는 원형의 산책 코스래. 와, 멋있다. 이건 나무가 뿌리째 뽑힌 건가?
바람이 많이 부나 봐.
저기가 정상인가 봐.
응,
등산 진짜 오랜만이다.
맞아.
이거 등산도 아니긴 하지만.
이게 산책이지, 산책.
저것 봐, 꼬맹이들도 하는데. 와, 진짜 신기하다.
Take
강하다,
down
강하다.
all the lights, let me hold you close.
귀여워.
I'm full of loose ends, will you be my rose? Waited my whole life, and now I know. My love won't budge. My love won't fade after the preview. We only get one life. I won't live mine without you. Come on, stormy. I'll stay solid when you're distant.
감성적인데.
I'll keep falling.
이거 진짜 많다. 와, 이거 엄청 무섭다. 멋있다, 아저씨. 우와, 멋있다. 와.
I thought I was done, but you never
너무
are.
예쁘다. 동화 속에 나오는 마을 같아.
There's always a chant and a beating heart. I'll give you my best. I think that's a start. My love won't budge.
와. 하러 가보자. 다리 입장하는 것 하고 곤돌라 타는 것까지 둘이서 78불. 와.
It's as simple as it seems. Twinkle in your eyes.
대박이다.
The way that time slows down when you
Wow.
kiss me. As we fall asleep in a bed of butterflies. Just close your eyes and then you'll see it. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, love, love,
와.
love, love, love. Open up my heart and you'll find love. It will never grow old, even when we grow up. It's up to us to stop and smell each rose. They're the colors that we show. It's the feeling that we trust.
와.
And it's the brush that we
멋있다.
both carry. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way
와,
you
진짜
are.
미쳤다.
Before you think to rip yourself apart,
와.
open up my heart and you'll find love, love,
와.
love,
와, 여긴 또 다른 느낌이다. 반대편은.
love, love.
와.
Open up my heart and you'll find love.
와. 진짜
When
멋있다.
you're searching hard and it seems to lead to nowhere, no matter where you
와,
are,
진짜 어메이징하다.
know I'll always be there.
아.
So look too far.
애기들도 왔어.
Sky,
바람에 안 날라가네.
darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find you don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. more you think to rip yourself apart. Open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love,
와, 진짜 예쁘다.
love,
진짜 커.
love. Open up my heart